One of my fears is that I'm the most fearful mother in the world, and I'm not even that crazy fearful, I don't think.
Oh, Andrea, I'm glad you picked me up today because I'm a mom. I have plenty of kids, and they're even much older than what you're describing, and I still have a lot of fears. How can we be mothers without these fears? And they're really difficult sometimes.
What do you do?
I'm actually a psychologist here in New York City.
Of course
So
you
talk
are.
about fears. I hear them all day. Okay, so these fears, do they feel natural to motherhood? Or do they feel really out of the blue, like something different's going on for me?
Feels like it's a balance. Like
It is a
this
balance.
word balance is so annoying to me because it's the answer to everything.
I call it balance with a capital B. And it is a journey. It doesn't happen in 45 minutes.
Journey's another word like balance.
It is. Journey with a capital J. There you go.
What does the capital do to me?
Meaning it's, we can't emphasize enough. Teenagers, they love the capital.
I mean, I also have fear of like my child getting a mystery disease. I think about that thing that, like, you know, those worms that go into your heel and they climb up you and they get into your bloodstream, and then the only way to get them out is like, forgive me, but like your butthole. But like, I want my son to be able to go to the Amazon.
Part of mothering is being able to say, okay, if, God forbid, we get the worm, right, or the mystery illness, we as a family can deal with it. Embrace life with him,
Right.
as opposed to be fearful of life with him.
Right.
Because you don't get yesterday back while you're worrying about tomorrow. I just made that one up. But that's
so
a good one for us today.
Oh my God, you should write that down.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, I stole clothes and I never got caught. And my mother never found out. She'll find out now if she watches this.
She certainly will.
I had fun when I was taking those clothes. And I really don't want my son to, you know, be a teenage criminal like I was.
Okay. Well, good
I want
luck.
my son to be a nerd.
Some mothers will come in here and say to me, I think my son's in the nerd group. And that's their
That
worst
would make
fear.
me so happy.
Because they want their son in the social group.
I don't want my son in that social group.
So every
Those kids are
parent, again,
wild.
spend more time focusing on how can I enjoy my child so that he sees a happy mother and becomes a child with self-confidence and pleasure. That's actually all we can do.
I thought I just
provide
needed
them with
extra
that
clothes,
internal
but-
sense of I'm fed, I'm okay.
Right.
I can live without the leather jacket, even if everybody else has one. Now, I can't live without the leather jacket, but I would actually pay for it.
I have a fear of driving, and I don't want my child to have a fear of driving.
If you don't want your child to say, my mom's so afraid of driving, I'm afraid to drive with her.
No, I want...
And then I'm afraid to drive.
Right. No, I want my son to say, my mom has a driver. She has a driver. That's what I want him to say. She has a driver, and that's how she gets around. A butler, a pool man, because she has a pool. And,
Sounds like a good life you're planning, Andrea.
yeah, that's the plan. I'm afraid my son won't be a good cook. I feel like as a mother, it's important to put out into this world a guy who can, like, you know, cook a steak with, like, you know, horseradish mashed potatoes and, you know, some green beans that are sauteed with, like, almonds, and then...
We're going to have to stop now.
Oh,
for today.
okay. So, same time next week.
Ever since pushing him out of my body, I've been riddled with fears. I'm afraid of gout. Gout.